what actually works to be a great shortboard surfer above the lip. What is up, and welcome to Surfing 101. Here at Real Surf Stories, I'm your host TR. Today we're going to break down the most important factors of learning to surf shortboard rip above the lip with style. We've all heard the expression, the best surfer in the water is the one having the most fun. What they don't always tell you is the better you are at something, the more fun it is. Now, I need to drop a disclaimer. If you don't care about learning to surf shortboard with style, or more importantly, your child learning to surf shortboard with style, and you think that surfing is just playing in the water, having fun, it doesn't matter the aesthetic of how you look on a wave, this video is not for you. For those of you who do want to improve your shortboard surfing and your style and want your kid to surf above the lip with style, this video is crucial. Learning to surf with a good style is achieved by following a step-by-step process. If you skip steps in the process, it's highly unlikely that you will ever surf with a good style. These are, in my opinion, the three most important factors of learning to surf shortboard with style. Number one, you need to learn on a big board, over 8 foot. The most important thing is that you learn to trim and turn the board with core strength. Once you're able to trim and turn the board with core strength, you're naturally developing a good style. Another disclaimer, some people just have bad style, they'll never have a good style. You can't teach someone good style, but you can eliminate the possibility of someone ever having good style by learning on a shortboard. There are exceptions. I'd say 1 out of 100 kids naturally are born with an amazing surf style. They also have the ability to visually see what someone else does and replicate the same muscle memory. Once you learn to trim and you can turn a board with your core strength and you have that mastered, then and only then are you ready to graduate to a smaller board, but only one step down. Then you need to be able to dominate that board with core strength turning. What happens when you learn on a shortboard is you're able to turn the board with your ankles, not using your core strength, and this develops bad habits that are very hard to break. Once you're turning the board with your ankles, not your core strength, you start compensating with your arms and your upper body, and this creates many of the funny styles you see in today's surfing. There's even a lot of people that rip, do amazing maneuvers, and still have that funny style. Well, that's why they learn on a shortboard. What happens when you learn on a longboard or a long soft top is you incrementally step down with those core strength turns, and then once you get on a shortboard, you're able to turn that board with your core strength, and then you get an amazing looking style. They say foam is your friend. It's not a lie, people. Learn to surf on a solid surfboard. Number two, most important factor to be able to surf above the lip is skateboarding. Normal skateboard on a mini ramp or a bowl with normal lip. This teaches you the front foot English required to do a proper air skateboarding, which is the same exact muscle memory you'll need to do a proper air surfing. It's very rare to see someone who can do a tail high straight air or a tail high grab surfing that can't do it on a skateboard. Extended floaters, wheelie airs, absolutely. But a proper, good-looking air skateboarding on a normal skateboard, on a mini ramp, or a vert ramp, or a bowl with normal coping will teach you the proper technique. Surf skate style carving, longboard skateboarding is the worst thing you can do to learn how to surf shortboard above the lip. The longboard style, carve style skateboarding with the upper body movement and all the swinging hips is amazing training if you're going to ride longboard, single fin, shortboard, and all boards. But if your goal is only to ride shortboard, they need to ride a normal skateboard with normal coping on a normal lip to learn the proper ollie technique and able to do the same thing in the water. The carve board, longboard style skateboarding is the opposite of that. You're going back on your back foot, swinging your hips, using your arms. That's not going to help you get above the lip on a shortboard. Which leads us to the number 3 most important factor in learning to surf shortboard with style. Ride everything. A well-rounded surfer who can ride single fin, longboard, fish, once they get back on their shortboarding looks better than ever. A lot of people only ride shortboard because they feel like riding these other boards will mess up their surfing. Not only is riding every type of surfboard good for your shortboarding, it's fun. You'll be able to surf almost every day of the year, experiment with various types of techniques that you can bring back to your shortboarding, add to your power, add to your strength, and add to your flow. I only started learning to longboard about 10 years ago, and I wish I would have learned a lot earlier. It's been one of the most challenging and satisfying chapters of my surfing life. I'm almost 60 years old, and I feel like my surfing is still improving due to all the steps that I laid out in this video. These are untested waters. I'm of the first generation of people who have surfed and skateboarded their entire life, never quit, applied yoga, a plant-based diet, and all other factors to see how far they can take surfing longevity. There's a couple examples out there, like the great Jerry Lopez, but very few. I hope with videos like this to change that, so that everybody can enjoy a long life of surfing, and if you want to, skateboarding and ripping on a shortboard.
Where I look around, I see what's going on. It's in the heads, it's in the heads. Let's make it better for the rest.
By eating right food, by control, by breathing properly, etc., 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 you have more energy naturally. Then there is a totally different kind of energy. To keep the mind fresh, young, alive.